I saw that you work with men, and I saw one video where you were saying that there's a difference between men and women or something like that, right?
Oh, yes.
And what's the difference between men and women?
Well, everything in the manifest world shows up in polarity. There's the law of gender, and you see it everywhere from the technology and how we have power comes from the digital world, comes from the zero and the one, the night and the day. It's just,
Right.
all these opposites. So men and women are the physical incarnation of that.
And so what does that mean, though? Because a lot of people believe and have been taught that there's no difference, other than body parts, of course, there's no difference between men and women. What do you say to that?
Well, there absolutely is a difference.
And what are in layman's term, what are the differences?
If you just look at the qualities, I think one of the best examples or symbols that encapsulates masculine and feminine, is the yin yang, or the Tai Chi symbol. The black and the white, but within the black is the white dot, and within the white is the black dot. And if you take a look at the masculine side of things, the masculine energy, it's aggressive, it reaches out, it's masculine energy is like the sun. It penetrates, it reaches out. Where feminine energy is, and you can even look at the organ, the penis reaches out, the vagina receives. And so the woman or the female is more receptive, more yielding.
So are men givers and women are takers or receivers?
I would say receiver. I see where you're going, but yeah, the giver and the receiver.
All right. Mm-hmm. So are men the head of women?
How do you mean by that?
Since they are the givers and the women are receivers,
Mm-hmm.
the men will have to be the head, right?
Yes.
In order to pass down too.
100%. Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Okay. A lot of people don't accept that nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
What do you say to them?
Well, it causes a lot of problems in their relationships.
Yeah.
I've been with my wife since we were 14 years old. We're turning 40 this year. It's been a long time.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and we love each other more.
How long you been
than
married?
ever. I want to say 20 years, 23.
And so are you the head of your wife?
Yes, if by head you mean leader.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like the love that she receives come from you.
Yes.
And the instructions come from you.
Yes.
Does she obey you?
She loves to, yes.
She love obeying
She could
you?
because she trusts me.
Right on.
Yeah.
Are you a good man?
Yes, I'm a good man.
Have you always been a good man?
I've always been a good man, but I've made some bad choices in my life.
Right.
I've made mistakes.
Right.
But I know my heart is pure and my heart is good.
You seem like a good man.
Thank you.
Yeah. So let me ask about bodybuilding, and then I want to get to something. When people, did you compete as a bodybuilder at one point?
No, I competed as a professional strongman.
Oh, okay.
So I pulled the trucks and flipped the tires and lift the stones.
Really?
Yeah.
So there's a difference between just being a bodybuilder and posing
Mm-hmm.
and a strongman.
Bodybuilder is about aesthetics, the way you look. So you stand up here and you flex your muscles.
Right.
And judge. Strongman is all about how quickly can you move this heavy weight, get it from here to there.
Oh, that's interesting. So the workout would be different then, right?
Mm-hmm. It's more athletic. Bodybuilders are about refining the way their body looks. They're very good look. They look much more aesthetic than a strongman. Strongman could just be a big mountain of a man.
Oh, I see.
But a bodybuilder would have definition.
Yeah. Who is more beta, the strongman or the bodybuilder?
Bodybuilder.
And why is that?
Because he is subject to the opinions of the people that are leering upon him.
Oh,
So
yeah.
he's got to receive their judgment.
That's
With
amazing.
a strongman, it's very clear. You pick it up, you move it there, you win.
So you can move a heavy truck right now?
Depending on the truck.
What's the most weight you moved?
I've moved a lot of weight, but in terms of like keeping track, my heaviest deadlift was around 700 pounds.
Really?
Mm-hmm. But with strongman, because they're odd objects, really don't even know what you're lifting sometimes. Like they say this tire weighs 1,000 pounds and you got to flip it 10 times. So like if you add that up, it's quite a bit.
How old should a person be when, if they want to get into strength training?
A young man at the age of 14. That's what I was, and that's what I recommend. So when kids come to my gym, you know, if they're a little young, I tell their parents, let them come back when they're 14. That's when the testosterone starts coming up, and they really bud and skyrocket fast then.
I saw a video where you were discussing sex. Should men have sex before marriage?
I don't think so any longer. And you know, I have to be honest, my experience, if I wasn't having sex with my wife when we were young, we might not be together right now.
Right.
You know, so I can't say that it's all bad. But I have 3 daughters now, and I want to protect them. And I also think, you know, you said, what is it when a man that's out there, you were speaking to a young woman, and she's, when a man's out there having a lot of sex, what is he? He's a slut maker. And I think that's just as bad as being a slut, because if we respect and love our women, then we wouldn't treat them that way.
Did you get your slut maker t-shirt yet?
No, I can't wait though.